Less than 2 months to go before the UK is due to leave the European Union, and Britain's lawmakers have taken control over the Parliament in an attempt to avert a no-deal Brexit. On the first day back after the summer holidays, the opposition leaders voted in favour of a bill to prevent a no-deal Brexit. The lower chamber of the British legislature voted 328 to 301 to take control of the agenda, which means that lawmakers can bring forward a bill seeking to delay the UK's exit date. In all, 21 Tory leaders, including a number of former cabinet ministers, joined the opposition parties to defeat the government after an emergency Brexit debate. After losing the key Brexit vote, Prime Minister Boris Johnson threatened to push for a snap election on the 14th of October. Johnson has warned that the result of the vote would mean that the United Kingdom's Parliament was on the brink of wrecking any deal with Brussels.
That's been watched over by long-standing, well-respected institutions.
Prime Minister!
I tell you, Mr. Speaker, what our negotiating strategy is, and it is to get a deal by the summit on October the 17th, and to take this country out of the EU on October the 31st, to get Brexit done. And what his surrender bill would do, it would wreck any chance of the talks, and we don't know what his strategy is at all were he to take over. He's asking for mobs of momentum activists to paralyse the traffic in the name of his. What are they supposed to chant, Mr. Speaker? What is the slogan? What do we want? What do we want? Dither and delay. When do we want it? We don't know. That's his policy. That's his policy. And can he confirm now that he will allow the people of this country to decide on what he is giving up in their name with a general election on October the 15th? Or is he for it?
Now, the leader of the opposition, Jeremy Corbyn, has said that there is no consent to leave the European Union without a deal and no majority for no deal in the country. Corbyn also says that if Boris Johnson wants to table a motion for a general election, then he should get the bill passed first in order to take no deal off the table.
Mr. Speaker, on a point of order, I welcome tonight's vote. We live in a parliamentary democracy. We do not have a presidency, but a Prime Minister. Prime Ministers govern with the consent of the House of Commons, representing the people in whom the sovereignty rests. There is no consent. There is no consent in this House to leave the European Union without a deal. There is no majority for no deal in the country. As I've said before, if the Prime Minister has the confidence in his Brexit policy, when he has one he can put forward, he should put it before the people in a public vote. And so, he wants to table a motion for a general election. Fine, get the bill through first in order to prevent, in order to take no deal off the table.
Boris Johnson's government will now seek to hold a vote today to approve an early election, most likely on the 14th of October, which would pit Johnson against Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn. So, what might happen next in the United Kingdom? Right now, the default position is that the UK will leave the European Union on the 31st of October this year. Lawmakers have voted more than once to show that they strongly oppose a no-deal Brexit. Now, the opposition parties will try to push through legislation to stop it from happening, but the decision to suspend Parliament on the 9th of September means they have very little time. So what will happen tonight? Let's break it down for you. The MPs have already taken control of the parliamentary schedule, and now they will try to pass a new law, a law to delay Brexit until the 31st of January 2020. This law will be debated and voted on in the House of Commons tonight and could move to the House of Lords tomorrow. If it is passed by the House of Lords tomorrow, then it will require the royal assent or by the Queen and will become law on Monday. On the other hand, Boris Johnson is ready to push for an early election in case the deal gets a nod from both the houses. But Prime Minister Boris Johnson will need 2/3 of the MPs' support for an early election. If the polling day will be set before the 31st of October, then the future of Britain's exit will depend on the outcome of the election. Even if the MPs succeed in making the government seek a Brexit delay, the United Kingdom cannot unilaterally decide to delay Brexit. That would have to be agreed unanimously by the other European Union member states. However, the United Kingdom has always been successful in persuading the European Union states for Brexit extensions. So all eyes on the United Kingdom's parliament for now. Now, in what has become the most iconic image, British lawmaker Rees-Mogg was seen slouching and lounging in the front benches during a crucial Brexit vote. On your screens are the visuals which show the lawmaker reclined on the green benches during the debate. The leader of the House of Commons, the lower chamber of the UK legislature, has since been called out for his laid-back approach to the vote and the parliament. Amid echoes of sit up, the opposition lawmaker is head out at Rees-Mogg, saying that his slouching is the physical embodiment of arrogance, entitlement, disrespect and contempt for our parliament.
Now, there's been a lot of talk about democracy tonight, and the Leader of the House, who I have to say, with his body language throughout this evening, has been so contemptuous of this House and of the people. And for the benefit of Hansard, the Leader of the House has been screaming